Oh no, this is a tragedy. How did Luke do this again? Yesterday, he claimed that Fable looked promising. Fable looks like pure unadulterated shit. And now Luke is he's claiming that Highguard may surprise us. How can one man be so absolutely wrong? Is money tight, Luke? Do you need those paychecks that badly? Because it looks like it. My God, how can one man seriously be this wrong? This is insanity.
It's actually happening, guys. Jeff is doubling down on Highguard, saying in 48 hours, I'll be accepting your apologies. And this is because the embargo for Highguard has lifted, and a bunch of people have been sharing like their badges and stuff, Jeff included. We've got Staycation, Moxie, 100 Thieves, Anita. No,
I have no idea who any of these people are.
Oko, I think it is. And before you ask, no, I was not invited.
He's laughing so hard because that paycheck slipped. Oh no, Luke, what's going on, Luke? Tell us. Is the trust fund money suddenly disappearing? Did you use it all on stupid things like Todd Howard cutouts? Actually, Todd Howard cutout sounds actually really good and probably the smartest choice anyone has ever made in their lives. But what's going on? Is money really this tight? Are we this desperate?
Did anybody like really think there was an odds of that happening? No. But basically it sounds like a bunch of creators, a lot of streamers, specifically from like the FPS genre, like Apex streamers a lot, and especially, they were invited to this event in Los Angeles at some point later last week. It's
last time someone got invited to a special event, they got lathered up, wined and dined, and well, it was literally the Actman in Payday 3, and he said Payday 3 is the best thing ever. It comes out and well, yeah, needless to say, they lied. You can't listen. I don't know why I need to say this and remind people, but if you're getting wined and dined, flown out to a special thing, and your hotel magically has a pile of cash in it for no reason and a bunch of prostitutes, I mean, your opinion is getting bought one way or another, okay? You're not an impartial spectator of the situation. Your opinions getting paid for.
Is when most of them went out. Jeff alluded to playing it over the summer and then again at this event, but it's most likely something that happened later this past week. And there they got to do all sorts of stuff, like having a catered breakfast.
Is that a woman?
And later this past week. And there they got to do...
I have no idea if this is a woman or a man. Yep, absolutely clueless.
Sorts of stuff like having a catered breakfast and meeting the devs and talking to some of the voice actors, for example. But then they actually played the game, and of course, they can't talk about it.
Wait, was that a woman?
For example.
Yeah, okay, that's probably a woman at least. Okay, I'm kind of more sure about this one.
They actually played the game, and of course, they can't talk about it yet. But that hasn't stopped some people from trying. Like, sorry, I saw this one snippet from Staycation, and you know, he's trying very, very hard to not.
Who is this?
Break the embargo. I don't know why he made the video. Like, you can't talk about it yet. So like, this is the level of detail we got.
I had a lot of fun at my desk at the event, and at the desk were PCs, and on the PCs were software.
Well, technically that's not breaking the embargo big through.
Like, I get it. You want to get a video out, people are talking about it. I'm doing it right now. I get it, but it's really freaking funny to be like,
someone seems extremely compensative about the fact that he was not invited for this. Wow.
Like, yeah, so my update is that there will be an update, and that I was at a place where updated information was, and soon I will share that update. It's literally the Perd Happily update for gaming news. It's really funny to me. But what is the point of all of this? Well, basically, I just find Highguard absolutely fascinating. Their strategy, this gamble over the last month, is quite novel, quite different, and it's effectively that they announced it, and I don't think when they... they stopped talking about it because everyone shat on them.
This is gonna be slightly better than Concord. Everyone knows this. Marathon has a better chance to be a good game than this.
Plan this, they expected it to be received poorly. I don't think anybody plans for their game to be received poorly, but they announced it, they put it out there into the world, and then they
I mean, if you unironically make this, well, of course you're delusional. You're absolutely 100% delusional, so you don't know what to even expect, probably.
had this idea that they were just going to go silent for a month and then try to knock people's socks off with the creator preview and launch it, similar to what they tried to do with Apex, but of course that was an actual shadow drop. With this, it's not. But they're trying to like come in and make a big splash when there's that first big drop of information. Then they're hoping that that kind of creates a tidal wave that then carries players into the game. It's a big gamble, because there really is not another game I can think of that has had this many eyes on it, but specifically this many eyes on it from a negative point of view. And so it's going to be fascinating to watch. Like, to this day, we still don't really know.
I'm sorry, have you been paying attention to what's happening in the games industry? Is this really your first game where people are looking negative on it? What? My channel pretty much exists solely to look at things that look poorly because it's hilarious. I mean, this is this is not the first or the last one. We literally have a whole organization dedicated to this. It's called Bethesda. And this is not even close to the first thing that has a lot of eyes on it and thinks it's gonna fail. We have a whole slew of them. I can start dropping names and I would not be done in 20 minutes at this rate.
Anything about the game. The achievements leaked.
We do know something about the game. Black King Arthur, as always, is not really a great idea, and people are not happy about that one.
Just the other day, and people were looking at those achievements to try and piece together what the game modes are going to be like, or what the objectives within game modes are going to be like, because that's literally all we've had to go with for a month. We've got absolutely nothing. So they really are banking that, for one, the impressions from this preview event were positive, and that creators are going to communicate that, and that communication will have.
Well, of course the previews from the creators were positive. They got paid. And in a, not actual physical monetary sense, they got paid with access, they got paid with luxuries, they got paid, treated by like celebrities, okay? Oh my god. What? We all know this. We all know this is fake. We all know every single person there is gonna say only good things because they're probably only allowed to say good things.
Impact. And two, they're hoping that communication.
They probably signed an NDA that prohibited them saying anything bad.
From creators is going to be so overwhelming that people jump in and try to play it day one because the hype is there, right? And they're hoping that hype outweighs the negativity or suspicion around the game. And I think that there's two key elements to this. For one, the fact that the game is free, that helps a ton, and that cannot be understated. Like Concord being $40 and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League being $70, that really hurt those games, because even if you...
Yes, surely a price tag hurt those games. Ark Raiders is such a disaster. Such an absolute disaster only because it has a price tag on it. Wow. It's insane how much of a disaster it is. Baldur's Gate 3, what a disaster. What a disaster. All because of no one buys games with a price tag. This is what this argument is, and needless to say, it's very stupid.
We're interested, sort of, in those games. The fact that you had to put so much cash up just to try it at launch, even if you were morbidly curious, really prevented that from, I think, getting that first wave of players that actually would help it stand a chance at survival. Secondly, and this is perhaps the most potent and powerful thing for Highguard right now, is the morbid curiosity. People like you and me who are like,
there is no morbid curiosity. We have seen this before. There is a lot of games that have a lot of curiosity around them, but gamers have learned over the years that, yeah, I'd rather not buy this and wait for a review. If IGN says this is good, I'm not gonna buy it. If my favorite YouTuber Quasar said 7, whose video I definitely just right now liked and subscribed to, by the way, it only takes less than seconds to do it. Now, thank you for everyone who supports the channel. It actually does help a lot, so thank you truly. Anyway, subscribe right now and like the video. Where was I? Oh yeah, people are just gonna wait until people who trust actually give them information about is this game good or not, or they're just gonna look at the gameplay and judge for themselves, because people watching this video know that they don't even need to listen to it if I say this game looks like shit, because you have eyes. You have eyes and you have pattern recognition, unlike some unlucky individuals in this world. But in any case, everyone knows that this is going to be bad, so no one's pre-ordering it, no one's buying it. Even if it's free, the download time's probably not worth it.
What the hell is going on? You know, like, we are watching this and we find it utterly compelling.
Dragon Age Veilguard was the same. There are so many examples of games being the same. Oh, there's a lot of negativity about this. Dude, Ubisoft can tell you, at the end of the day, turns out all coverage is not good coverage, and the bad coverage is not actually good. Turns out.
The fact that Jeff has continued to double down and triple down every step of the way is fascinating, especially because, like, everybody else is like, what do you see in this game? We don't see it yet. As you can see, like, Nick Tech, Jeff is the whole marketing department. Kind of was, dude, like, honestly. Synth Potato, I and pretty much the entire gaming community still does not understand what you see in this game. I'm afraid that if it's not much more than what was shown at the trailer TGA, it won't last very long. Sure, I think a lot of people don't know what the game is because they haven't shared it. And then the super duper ultra double triple down from Jeff that he's going to be accepting apologies from everybody in 48 hours. You know, this double down, if the game ends up being phenomenal, it's Concord 2, it's Overwatch 3, like, if it's that level of just smash success, it is going to be fascinating.
We already have Overwatch 3. It's called Marvel Rivals.
As a story and as a sort of study case for video game marketing and stuff, how even negativity can bring eyeballs, and it will really be the encapsulation of any press is good press. But as of right now, we still just don't know if the regular gamer is truly interested or even aware of this type of game. Like, are they interested? Do they even know about Highguard? Are they going to play it because their favorite streamer is playing it on Monday? Time will tell. What I do know is that historically, big streamers playing live service game does not inherently save it. It's not like a one size fits all fix. Like Shroud, for example, was paid to play a lot of Suicide Squad. He played it at a preview event where he played with Tarek, I think it was, and Dr. Lupo of chess.com fame. And he played the game and, like, they played for 3 hours or 4 hours and then moved on with their day. And I think Shroud played it a little bit at launch, but it did not save that game, as we well know.
Yeah, we know. The greatest example of this is Magic the Gathering made a Lost Ark-ish type of game. And they literally had every single big streamer was playing it because they spent literally millions on that campaign. Every big streamer was playing it for a day. And the game died before the contracts ran out for these people to stream, so most of them AFK'd in a city because the game was just that bad. You can't convince people shit with sprinkles is not shit with sprinkles at this point, okay?
Oh, and there's countless other examples of live service games that had a lot of money behind the streamers pushing it that just didn't hook anybody because, yes, streamers were playing it, but the moment they weren't being paid to play it, they gave up on it and moved on to something else like Arc Raiders for today, or back in the day, something like Warzone. So it's going to be fascinating to see if these people, for one, continue to play it after they stop being paid.
Wait, Arc Raiders streamers are not playing it anymore? That's news to me.
Too. That will be interesting. And to be clear, there's nothing wrong with being paid to play a game. Like, props, you got to pay the bills. A lot of these people have employees and teams. I respect it. Like, there's no...
Yes, you're already making tens of thousands every month, and your profit is through the roof, and you're a millionaire with multiple Bugattis. So obviously you should take the bag, lie to your audience, because it's understandable. What don't you understand about it? It's the right thing. The the crazy amount of people who are supporting already rich people, taking sponsorship deals that give them a more wealth, more money while they're already millionaires, while they are literally selling out their own audiences by shilling some kind of absolute garbage to them that they know themselves is obviously garbage, is kind of insane. Kind of insane that so many people have tried to normalize this. No. If you see your favorite streamer take a shitty sponsorship from something, call them out. Call them out. They already have enough money. They don't need to pay the bills. That's just a meme stupid people think is true.
Throwing shade there, but I think when it comes to convincing players that this game is worth trying and worth sinking your teeth into, streamers playing it even when they're not being paid to sends a pretty clear message that the streamer genuinely really loves this game and wants to play it regardless of paycheck, which is a key thing when it comes to convincing players, dare I say influencing players, to get your game. But with all of this said, we know that on Monday we're going to find out a lot about Highguard, and we will actually have something to talk about. We're going to have a big reveal stream seemingly.
Wait a minute, today is Monday.
They are going to showcase the game from the studio's perspective, and the embargo will lift for all of the content creators that went out to that event in Los Angeles and played the game themselves. And so they will share their thoughts and opinions on it. I will say some of the people that were there, I think are just like straight up breaking the NDA. Like pretty hardcore. Like when you go to one of these events and you sign an NDA, you're not allowed to say anything. You know, just like how Staycation was saying that there was software on the computer and the computer was on a desk. Like that's fine. You can say that because you're not sharing anything material about like your impressions of the game or anything like that. But then there's been other people who just like straight up say, I'm super hyped. The game's gonna be fantastic and I can't wait to play more. And it's like, okay, you also can't really say that, but okay.
Pretty sure you can't actually say that. You cannot. Well, technically, I guess you can't. But that's kind of a gray. That's kind of a gray zone because you're not exactly talking about the game. I don't know if that's breaking NDA. That is a good question. Huh.
What I will say is that from the posts I've seen of people that may or may not be breaking embargo, it seems like there genuinely is excitement for it and people did enjoy.
Yep, I am excited to play.
I will say
visibly authentically yellow Genghis Khan.
Is that from the posts I've seen of people that may or may not be breaking embargo, it seems like there genuinely is excitement for it.
And they tried really hard to make everyone know that this is a very diverse and inclusive game. I'm not gonna lie, boys. This is a little bit too much.
People did enjoy what they saw and played. Is that enough to make a game $1 billion success? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately, there's also convincing the regular everyday players to like something. That's, dare I say, even more difficult than convincing, you know, content creators of what you are doing and your vision. There's been plenty of examples of games that like streamers loved because they worked well for streamers, but that didn't necessarily work for the average player or the everyday player. So it's going to be fascinating to watch. But here's my official prediction. As I've said for a while, I think the game looks pretty solid. I think people are going to play it, have fun with it, and it probably feels just fine. It feels pretty good even. Like these are...
yes. I mean, the duality of man is best expressed in these situations. He almost said like bad things, but he didn't really say the game was bad. He said that a lot of people have doubts about this game. And now he's saying, I think the game is gonna be amazing. That's what's happening here. Because it's 9 minutes in. He knows that the best case scenario a Luke video is watched. Well, how much would this be? Oh, let's... like 7 minutes. A best case scenario, no, actually 7 minutes is too much. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. That's the average view duration for a video like this. 100%. And I'm being pretty generous here, honestly. And actually, it should be roughly 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Because the average view duration is for any channel is like 33% if you're doing a decent job. Mr. Beast has like 50 or something, which is insane. And so no one's getting to this point. They got to this point where Luke was saying, well, people aren't too happy, and now he like can say what he truly feels. I think this slop looks delicious. That's what really is being taught here. And he needs to say this because obviously that gets him a sponsorship in the future, maybe.
Apex devs, so they know how to make good movement and good shooting. All of that has been secondary to the discussion.
Yes, also the Apex devs know how to make an extremely woke and appealing new male character. That's what they're really good at, in fact.
And the main discussion around Highguard has been the fact that they marketed it and presented it as like the second coming of Hideo Kojima. And gamers overwhelmingly were not convinced of that. And then they refused to elaborate or try to convince people for a month after the fact.
Yeah, that's not even true. In any case, that was our boy, Luke Steffens. 10 out of 10. Bye.